Well, you've heard that 40 is the new 30, 50 is the new 40, and so on and so on. But did you also hear that 50 and beyond opens a whole new world with lots of advantages, adventures, and great moments not inherent in our youth-oriented culture? Sharon Phennah has written this wonderful book. It's called You Can't Iron a Wrinkled Birthday Suit. It's a positive map for living in the golden years. And Sharon joins us this morning as part of our book author series. Hello, Sharon. Good morning.
Good morning, Danielle. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much for being here with us in the show. You Can't Iron a Wrinkled Birthday Suit. Love that title.
Oh, well, thank you.
Where did it come from?
Out of the air in the shower one morning. Birthday suit was a favorite word of my mother's when she referred to naked people or whatever like that, and somehow it all coalesced. There it was.
Shower, naked people. I think I'm getting the flow of it here. I think I understand now where it came from. Tell me about the book.
Well, the book is a story of three older women who begin with a sit-in on a roof of the local Five and Dime. And it goes on from there with a tale of their lives for about 1 year. They have a lot of different repercussions and a lot of things happen, the death of a parent, and they have a friend who is younger and has lots of foolhardy romantic difficulties. And their animals are involved also.
Okay, so there's a lot of things. It's interesting. The sit-in probably goes back to the 60s when
yes.
they had sit-ins in the 60s.
Right, that was what they were used to doing.
That here 30 or 40 years later, these women would be coming full circle.
They're not sitting and knitting. They're still politically involved.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And that brings me to this next question, because, you know, when we talk about raising our children and working and doing that whole thing, there's a level of unpredictability that comes with it. Even though you try to, have your routine, it is very unpredictable at times. And you would think that once you're retired and once you don't have the kids in the house and you're not working, that all of that is gone. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, ma'am. I think my parents' generation was the last generation that retired into a life of ease. Many of us are going to be working until we're well past 70 these days. And life, at least in my experience, goes on exactly the same as it did before I retired.
That same level of kind of not being predictable, not
totally
knowing where things are going to happen and when and that kind of thing.
Forces out of your control.
It's true.
Sure.
And, there are some really great moments in the book. Is there a passage that kind of, stands out to you or that you particularly like?
Yes, there is one here. Let me see. It's about Gus, one of the main characters. Right. Just prior to her 60th birthday, and she's getting out of a bubble bath. Gus dried and dressed, remembering as she looked in the mirror that she needed to change her driver's license. Brown and brown were now gray and hazel. She enjoyed not needing to pluck her eyebrows anymore or shave under her arms, but the slight stoop to her jowline drooped to her jowline, and a mini waddle made her think again, too bad you can't iron a wrinkled birthday suit. In fact, she thought, looking more closely, she was a walking genealogy chart. She had Audrey's profile, her uncle's lower teeth, and her other uncle's incisors, Great Aunt Helen's hairline, Grandma Maud's cheekbones, and, oh yes, Grandmary's knees. And those were bad knees.
Why do you like that passage?
Well, I like it because it connects her to her family and her history and explains in a sense that we are all one and that we will all go through the same process of getting older.
Do you mind if I ask if you were ever at a point in your life where you felt like the joy was gone or maybe it was just kind of the end of the road? And if so, how did you find the joy again? How did you get past that?
Well, it happened twice. Once when I was divorced, and that naturally a lot of people have been through. I solved that by building a house and getting a new boyfriend.
And that was easy. Look at you.
That was easy. Well, that was a long time ago. It's not so easy now. And then recently, in 2008, I lost my father and I lost my dog, and a moving plan fell through. So I was pretty depressed after that. And working on this book and making myself finish it just made all the difference and has brought me a whole new life.
And so then, having said that, Sharon, what do you hope people take away from the book?
Well, I hope that they can look at the aging process, accept it, and view it with humor and just learn to enjoy it because it's inevitable.
Happens to all of us.
Yes, it does.
Well, Sharon, thank you so much for coming by and sharing the book with us this morning. A joy having you.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
And once again, the book is called You Can't Iron a Wrinkled Birthday Suit. For more information on Sharon or the book, please visit the website wrinkledbirthdaysuit.com.